name's Paul Russert. In front of you, you all have a notebook with a pen and to take some notes. I will be asking you, I can't force you to take notes, but I will be asking you to take some notes and some slight crowd participation while I'm giving this presentation here. But my name is Paul Russert. I am the Chief Strategy Officer for a marketing firm called Bebop My Biz. We help get leads and we help close the leads for businesses using multiple different avenues. But we create systems and strategies that are proven, and time and time again we've seen success with them. So yeah, guys, today we're going to be talking about making it easy for people to choose you. Okay, so how many of us have lost business to a competitor and thought, why? Why did that happen? After today, you will never need to ask that question again, and we're going to be millionaires by next week. No. But it's good. Yeah, it's going to happen. Mark my words. No. Yeah, making it easy for people to choose you. And it's really frustrating, because when someone chooses a competitor, we're like, well, I have better reviews, I've got better content, I've got better equipment, better customers. So like, is my company not getting chosen over other competitors, right? And I wanted to start off with something called a curse of knowledge. We all have this. Unfortunately, we know our businesses so well, we forget what it's like to be a confused customer, okay? So during this presentation, just try to tap into that mindset. And as business owners, we're just on a different thinking plane than like the average consumer. And it's really difficult for us, I'm speaking for myself, to get into that mindset of a customer or a prospect who doesn't know anything about art, doesn't know anything about renovations, doesn't know anything about pools or spas, doesn't know anything about marketing or websites. Just try to get into that mindset. Jay's already there. Okay. Jay's my buddy. It's okay. It's like, wow, Paul.
We just met.
All right, so two questions. What do you do and who are you for? Okay? So in your notebooks, I want you to write down a statement. And the statement is going to look something like this. I am a master plumber in Dunedin, Florida that specializes in mainline replacement. Mine would look like we are a marketing firm in Clearwater, Florida that specializes in getting you found online. So for your business, write down the simplest you can put it in these right here. It should take about 20 seconds. So I'll let you guys do that. And then whoever's done, if they could read theirs out loud, just raise your hand and read yours out loud. We'll get a couple from you guys here.
I'm done. I can do mine.
All right, let's hear it.
So, it doesn't match. I started with coaching and I ended with the bookstore. All right, so I'm a transformational mindset coach in Dunedin, Florida that specializes in creating alignment between belief systems and manifestation.
I love it. That's great. Yes. Yep. Easy to understand. Simple. Anybody else?
I'll go. We are a web design firm in Dunedin, Florida that specializes in creating websites that convert.
Cool. Awesome. Great.
I listen and hear you. I am for the hidden inside you.
That makes me think. That statement. That's a thinker. Cool. So we're going to take this a little bit further in a few slides. But for now, just know that this is our base. What you guys wrote down, that's our foundation. Okay? All right. So moving on. You need to make it super clear on all fronts what you do and who you're for. Okay, on social media, on Google, when you're doing ads, on your website. What does this mean? Well, on social media, I tell my clients when they're taking videos, just say the city that they're in the video. Okay, say what they do, and you want to keep repeating this over and over again on your socials. When it comes to Google, it's kind of the same thing. When you're updating Google and adding your services, be very clear on what you do and who you're for. And we'll get into who you're for in a little bit. I wanted to focus on ads a little bit and keywords. It's really important to know your statement when you're doing ads, because when someone goes to Google and they type in like gluten-free baker in Dunedin, and your ad doesn't say, and you're a gluten-free baker in Dunedin, but your ad says like some cryptic, like, oh, I'm in this random little area in Dunedin and I make cakes for people that have blah, blah, blah. It's like, just keep it simple, okay? And then website, I put everything, your whole website has to be on point. Like, websites are so unbelievably important when it comes to making it easy for people to choose you over your competitors. I would say, you know, if the website's not on point, all this stuff really, it falls short. It really does fall short here. All right, so next little task we're gonna do, or project, is we're gonna talk about the ideal anti-customer. Once you know who you're not for, your messaging for the people becomes that you are for becomes 10 times clearer. Make it easy to choose you, and by making it easy to see I belong here. What does that mean? That means you want to portray yourself to your prospects, to your clients. Hey, this is perfect for you. My service is exactly what you want and what you need. This is perfect for your situation here. Okay? So let's just think about our anti-customer a little bit and how we can position ourselves in a way that attracts our ideal clients and pushes away those anti-customers. So write down one quality of an anti-customer, and you don't have to be like mean or anything like that. Like poor people. No. If you don't have money, don't call me. But my anti-customer would be solopreneurs. I love my solopreneurs. They're awesome. They're great. But for my firm, our marketing firm, it's not really a good fit for solopreneurs. We're looking for 5 or plus employees. So let's just shout out some of the anti-customer, just a quality of an anti-customer from you guys. So who wants to go? Yes.
A person who doesn't really care about their environment.
Okay, great. Okay, awesome. Yes, yep. Someone who's just absent-minded or don't really care about what's going on around them in their environment. Yep. Cool.
Somebody who wants an easy fix.
Okay, that's a really, that should be like all of ours. If you want an easy fix, like, hey, that's not how this works. Anybody else want to give just one example of an anti-customer quality?
Someone who's okay with the status quo.
Okay, yes. Someone who just doesn't care about changing or getting better or doing better for themselves. They're okay with just keeping that status quo.
Just disengaged in general,
Yes.
I think, is a good way to sum up all of those. It's just someone who's a customer that's just disengaged is never a good one.
Yeah, they're not invested in your process. They're not invested in what, they're not along for the ride. So they're disengaged. Yeah, I think that's a good one. A lot of us don't think of that. And what's more important, is kind of going off topic, and Jay kind of made me think about this, is like being able to recognize your anti-customers when you're talking to them. I was talking to a business a couple weeks ago, and about halfway through the conversation, in my mind, I was like, not working with these people. Just not, it's not going to be a good fit. I know.
Ego.
Ego,
Not
yes.
at all. I got this.
Yes.
Telling you your job.
Yeah.
Your
Know it
position.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of us can definitely relate to that. It makes you think like, why'd you call me in the first place if you're just telling me how to do everything? But yeah, I think ego is a big one. And when we're working with our ideal clients are typically, they trust us. Hey, you do your
Goes
job.
away, right?
Yeah, they're not going to be micromanaging you or anything like that. Cool. So we won't talk about that too much longer. Now we're going to talk about making it easier for people to choose you. WIIFM. Has anyone heard this term?
Yeah.
It's like an old school term.
Yeah.
I've been in sales and marketing for a while, so this is something that I've learned long ago. But what's in it for me? Okay, what's in it for me? So, business owners love to talk about their features, the what. Customers only care about the benefits, the so what. And I'll tell you guys right now, if you forget everything, but you remember this one slide and you remember this one concept, you're going to see a change. I promise you. Once you start changing the way you speak to your prospects and clients, and once you start changing the way you position yourself in front of your clients or prospects, and focusing on the benefits to them, it goes so much further. So we love to nerd out about our businesses, like technical specs. Like this drywall is this many quarter of inches, and it's got this feature and this feature. Hey, if your house burns down, this isn't, what's the benefit to having better drywall? We like to brag about the latest tech tools, models, all these things. But as business owners, unfortunately, we need to be salespeople, and hopefully one day, I can't wait to hire a salesperson and train them so I don't have to sell anymore. But good salespeople talk about how their product or service is going to benefit the prospect, not about all the bells and whistles. Okay, and there's so many ways that you can angle this. So I want you guys to write down one feature of your business and the direct correlation of a benefit. So what's a feature of your business, and then what's the benefit of that feature? So for example, mine would be at Bebop is the feature for us is lead nurturing systems. Who cares? Every marketing company has a lead nurturing system, right? The benefit, keep sales accountable, enhance your customer experience, no more feast or famine anxiety. Okay, so the feature is that lead nurturing program or system, but my clients and our clients only care about the benefit. It's going to keep their sales accountable. It's going to enhance their customer client experience. So think about some benefits and features. So we'll just get a couple if anyone wants to share a feature versus a benefit for their own business.
A feature that I have is human first design, and the benefit is that people take you seriously. So when you're just using like ChatGPT for flyers, people say they're not going to take the time to invest in their business. Why should I invest in theirs? So human first design, thinking about people first.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah, crazy concept, put your client first and your people first, but yeah, so many businesses miss the mark on that. It's really good. Yes.
I'm just thinking about like the testimonials that I have, and I came up with a slogan called Happy Art, Happy Heart, because the main thing that people say when they see my art is, oh my God, it just makes me so happy. And they think it's the colors, they think it's the design, but it's the energy that I'm putting into it. So I'm thinking, I don't know, happy art, happy art.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's simple, but.
No, that's great. It's just, it's emotional.
Yeah.
Okay, sales are emotional. Pitching, people make emotional decisions. Okay, it is what it is. We all make emotional decisions. And especially when it comes to art, it's a lot of energy. It's an experience we can't really it's not like tangible.
Yeah, and I make sure that when I paint, I'm painting something that is, it could even be something that has a sadness to it, but it's always this turning it back into the positive, so that's the energy that I'm putting out.
Yeah, so it's like a light.
It's a light.
Very intentional.
Yeah,
Yes,
very,
intentional, Yes, awesome, that's great. Yeah, so again, if everyone in this room left today and I forgot everything, but they remember this, you guys are gonna do great. So what's in it for me? Making it easy to choose you means doing the mental math for the customer. Don't tell them you're certified, tell them they'll be safe. I'm licensed and insured. Everyone's licensed and insured. Who cares? You'll be safe. You can sleep at night. You have peace of mind. Okay, these are benefits versus features. Okay, let's see here. I got something good here. All right. Excuse me, guys. I lost my notes here. Yeah, I just thought that was an interesting example using certified or they'll be safe. So, think outside the box when it comes to features and benefits. It doesn't always have to be like a technical spec or something. A feature could be, we've been in business 25 years. Okay, great. Everyone says they've been in business for 25 years. What's the benefit to me? If you call us in 5 years, we'll be there. That's the benefit to them. Okay, so just really, there's a lot going on with the features benefits conversation. So super exciting. Let's think about the most boring technical part of your business. And we're not going to do this right now if you guys don't want to, because I feel like this takes some time and thought to put into it and really think about it. But later, for some homework or for like an exercise, if you guys want to expand your business and expand your audience, think of the most technical or boring part of your business and explain it as if you were talking to someone who just said, "So what? Why should I care?" Who cares? Because that's newsflash. People care about themselves. So
Really?
if you could tell them how it's going to benefit them and your service or product is going to benefit them in as many ways as possible, you're going to be a lot better off. All right. So we're going to talk about customer experience now, moving away from what's in it for me. Give your prospect clear instructions on what working with you looks like. I say this a lot because I love this quote, but a confused mind will always say no. The second, the millisecond a customer feels confused at all when they're on your website, on your socials, looking at an ad, sitting down and talking with you, talking with a salesperson, their brain shuts off. The second they get a little bit confused, their brain shuts off and they're like, I don't want to do this because I don't understand this, so I don't want to do this. Okay, so you got to make your process super, super, super clear. I got my notes back. Oh yeah, I'm so glad I got my notes because I really wanted to talk about this. I don't know if you guys ever did this, but when I was in school, I remember we had a class project in like 7th grade where the teacher had a student come in and they were dressed up as an alien and we had to teach them how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Did anyone do that? Was that just me at my school? You did that? Okay, so it was a project where a student would volunteer to come in dressed up as an alien and the rest of an alien not from this planet, has no idea what anything is, and the rest of the class had to teach them how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That was so hard. And all of us were like, oh, this is going to be easy. And it's just like, all right, now take the knife and put it in the jar. And they're just like, the jar's not open. So they're like, how do I do this? Or what's a jar? What's a knife? So explaining things to people as if they were an alien, they had no idea anything about your business. Okay, that's, again, going back to that customer mindset, that client mindset. If we can stay in that client mindset while staying in our business, that's the tricky part, is balancing the two. But if we can get in that client mindset, we can really help more people. But yeah, it was super stressful. It was a core memory of mine. Obviously, I remember it like all these years later. And I learned that day that clarity and context in communication is key. Clarity and context in communication is key. Okay, so I really learned that day, and I'll never forget it.
How do you discover how much a potential customer knows? Already, like how much knowledge they have built into your process?
So you want to ask them discovery questions or like qualifying questions.
Yeah.
So have you done this before? Or have you worked with this type of company before? Or have you seen this type of work done? Like if you're a remodeler, do you just see this stuff on HGTV, or do you go on YouTube and look at stuff? Just kind of get a good gauge of where their knowledge is at. And then this is a different discussion, but keep in mind, buyers are liars. So they're gonna fib. I know everything about that. I'm an expert at what you do. Okay. I had an experience a few weeks ago. I was working with a potential prospect, and they were telling me up and down how they were they meta ads, no problem, I can do all that stuff. Could not add me to their business manager. instructional videos. I was like on the phone with them, and like I was like, okay, so just keep in mind that, you know, when you do ask those qualifying questions, use your best discernment and your judgment to, like, are they BSing me, or are they telling the truth, you know, or maybe it's somewhere in between.
Yeah, and does that inform you a lot in how, like, simple versus non-simple you get with your clear instructions, or do you pretty much have a standard?
That's a really good point, because I'm like a very detail-oriented person. So I have a trouble over-explaining or going into too much detail. So asking those questions, you know, again, if you can ask those questions and be aware of what's happening, and you can meet them where they're at. It's just all about like meeting people where they're at. Like if they're like an expert in your, if they truly know what is going on in your field, you can talk to them like a colleague. You can be like, oh yeah, this, blah, blah, blah. But if they're not, I mean, it sounds crazy, but you literally need to treat them like a kid.
Dumb it down.
Fifth grade level.
You really do. You gotta hold their hand and be like, all right, come on over here. Now we're gonna look at this. You got any questions? And then we're like, until they're an adult. And then at the end of the sale, they're an adult and they can make a decision. But yeah, that was a really good question, Jay. I think that's super important to ask those qualifying questions. So we're gonna use something called the three-step method. Katie does a great job with this on Web Design 2's websites. But you have, and I say this seriously, you have to have 3 easy steps of working with you. You have to. You have to outline it 1, 2, 3. This is how you work with me. 1, 2, 3. People do well with memorizing groups or steps of things. So if you give them 3 easy steps, they're going to do a better job at memorizing it. The key is though, you got to make the 3rd step so good that it's worth it for them to take the first 2 steps. So you got to make the 3rd step like worth it for them. So for example, step 1 would be like call us. Step 2, get a quote. Call us, get a quote. That's super easy. Step 3, enjoy your new spa or pool. Enjoy your new piece of art. You know, schedule your remodel. Step 1, fill this out. Step 2, receive a design. Step 3, fill in the blank for your business, right? So give them clear instructions. So for an example, this is another pop quiz. 3-step process. So you're forbidden from using more than 3 steps, but in the simplest way possible, write down 3 steps to your process. Bebops would be number 1, schedule a strategy session. Number 2, receive a 90-day plan. Number 3, stop worrying about where your next customer is coming from. Okay, number 3, if you can put a benefit in number 3, rather than like get your new pool, or get your new website, or get your new marketing. If you could put a benefit in number 3, that is gonna like, and that benefit is gonna make it work like, oh yeah, stop worrying about where my next customer, yeah, I will get on a phone call to do that, you know, so just think about, and we don't have to share them today, but you know, in your notebooks later, whenever, just really, I would seriously encourage you guys just to write down 3 steps to your business.
Can we screenshot that?
Yeah, I can send this.
Yes.
Yeah.
The last 2 are like, whew.
Yeah, I can send, no problem, thank you, I appreciate it. I can send this to you, most definitely. I'll send it to Kayla and then she can distribute it
That's
to,
awesome.
to everybody. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, just keep it super simple. This has helped me so much. It's helped my clients tremendously. Like it's pretty awesome. I'm glad I stumbled upon this. All right, this is my favorite one. All right, it's called the drunk grandma test. All right, if grandma, after drinking a bottle of wine, looked at your website, your socials, your Google page, or an ad, would she know exactly what you offer, know how it will make her life better, or know how to buy? Okay, really, when you go home today, or when you have time, take a serious look at your website, take a serious look at your socials, take a serious look at your Google page, and how easy is this for someone to understand, especially grandma after a bottle of wine? My grandma after a bottle of wine?
This is a good way to understand the importance of using benefits.
Yes.
Because
yes.
everybody can drunkenly understand the benefit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I
Like,
think that is to me.
no, that's a good point. If you're drunk and you're on a website and there's like all these technical you're like, a confused mind will always say no.
Yeah.
You get confused, you're out of there. Okay. So, yeah, but in all seriousness, take a look at this. Think about this. I did a little research. So our attention span about 20 years ago was 2.5 minutes. Pretty impressive. About 20 years ago. Now it's about 40 seconds.
Yeah.
About 30 to 40 seconds. So you literally have 40 seconds of someone's time, attention span, when they're on your website, on your Facebook, on your Google page. You have a very limited amount of time, and you've got to, within 40 seconds, if they don't know these three things, your chances of getting that client is like cut in half.
I think that speaks to the psychology of the 3-step thing too, especially with that step 3 being the benefit, talking about non-linearity, where people will read those first 2 steps that may have even something technical or even schedule a call, but they see that 3rd step, if it has the clear benefit,
Yes.
they're going to go back and reread the first 2 steps and be like, oh, that's not so complicated for what I'm getting,
Yeah.
or what the benefit is.
Yeah, and people will jump straight to the 3rd step.
Exactly.
That's a great point. People are like, what's the last? They want the outcome. People are outcome oriented. They want the benefit. They want the outcomes. So yeah, make that 3rd one a strong benefit. Keep it simple, and you're gonna do well. So how's your business doing? Did you pass the drunk grandma test? We won't know until later. Tune in next week, and maybe we'll find out. Do you answer the so what? Like, so what? Who cares about that feature of your business? Do you know who your ideal anti-customer is and is working with you easy and clear? Okay, is working with you easy and clear. But that's all I have for you guys. My name is Paul Russert. That's my information right there. I'll make sure to hand this out to you guys. But I wanted to play a game. It's not anything, no skill required whatsoever. But I have in my hands here a $25 Shell gas gift card. I guess you can use
that
it.
might as well be worth $50.
Exactly. So I know how important gasoline is nowadays. So gas is super important. So we're going to. Does anyone know what a D20 is? Not you guys. They're like.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is a 20-sided die. That's all it is. It's just a die with 20 sides. And we are. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8. Perfect. So we're going to battle each other, and then whoever rolls the highest number moves on to the final round. So, all right, Jay. Here, these are easy to read.
Mike.
Sir, Mike.
Where'd you get this one? It's from a pre-release?
That's from that's a good one. All right, Mike got 3.
3.
3. Hey, the
19. All right, you are moving on to the finals,
Uh-oh.
sir. All right, Katie
It's gotta be like a
and
4.
Kayla.
Okay.
Ooh,
17.
17. All right, remember that. So, all right, Katie's moving on to the
All right.
finals.
Uh-oh.
We'll do you 2 here, and then we'll do you 2 next. 19. Nice. 4. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Is it now? Next round. Very good.
It's like this is the winning round.
Okay. 7 and 1. Ooh, you got 7, huh? All right, so now we're going into sudden death. Fine, it's gonna be.
I was about to say, I would imagine Katie and I should probably.
There you guys go.
You want red or green?
Red.
Okay. Oh, the
You
natural
have to
one.
hit a 0.
1.
The 9.
9. All right, Jay's moving on, and then you were a winner.
No.
And
You were.
she got a 19.
Yeah.
You 2.
Of
Okay.
the 2 of us, it was her.
Yes. All right.
10.
10. 1. Oh,
Oh, 1.
All right, so it's
Debbie and
you
Jay.
2.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This is for everything. 19.
Oh!
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Great job. Wow.
That was a fun
There you
game.
go. There's the receipt back there.
Thank you.
But yeah,
That's
you're welcome.
so nice.
But-
Oh my
Paul,
god.
can you share with everybody what your 3 steps are? Like, how can people connect with you?
Yes. So, number 1, schedule a strategy session. We typically charge for these sessions, but for chamber members, they're at no cost. When it comes to the strategy session, if you do end up having to pay for it because you're not a member or XYZ, you do get that reimbursed if you decide to move forward and it goes towards future. But anyways, yeah, step 1, schedule a strategy session. Step 2, receive a 90-day plan. Whether you work with us or not, we're gonna give you a 90-day plan for your business. It's gonna be something you can actually use, something that you can actually take action on, even if you don't work with us. Like, we're just here to help you and like guide you, try to help guide you in the right direction. And then number 3, stop worrying about where your next customer is coming from. I thought about number 3 a lot for Bebop My Biz, and there's so many different things, there's so many different benefits, but I think this is the one I'm going to land on.
That's the hot button right there.
I think that's the
Every
one I'm landing
entrepreneur
on.
worries about, right?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about where your next customer is coming from. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm landing on here. But yeah, if it wasn't a benefit, it would just say something like start marketing, or something really simple like that. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Do you have any questions, comments?
Yeah, any other questions for Paul?
That was so nice.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
thank you.
Paul.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.